Join me, never too old, as I explore the waters of local lakes and quarries, as well as the waters of the Gulf of Mexico, the Atlantic, and the Caribbean Sea. Two-thirds of this world is covered by water. So let's go into this adventure and meet along the way amazing creatures that have made this amazing blue world home. Hello everybody, never too old SD, jumping into my last dive of my trip. I am at the Corridor Wreck Dive site here in West Palm Beach. We just did a negative entry. I am descending and right away a barracuda welcomes me. That's Christina, our guide. And this is a drift dive, and it is pretty strong, the current today. And this is actually my first drift dive, and we're supposed to see groupers in this dive and see a couple of wrecks. See how the current is taking Christina for a ride. And that other diver has my fins. Look at her. Oh, those are really good fins. Okay, and I see the first Goliath grouper. Pretty big. Look at that. And those tiny fish surrounding the fish, they're called cigar minnows. Oh, there's another one. Now, I was very lucky to come down here during this time of the year, because during September, that's when they come here to this area to spawn and mate. And those tiny fish, like I said, they're called cigar minnows, and they're very opportunistic, because what they're waiting for is they're waiting for those millions of eggs that they're gonna release. Wow, that is beautiful. Look at that. And those divers are trying to hold for dear life, because the current is strong. Now I kind of like pass the Ana Cecilia. That's the Ana Cecilia wreck. And now I'm really have to kick to see if I can reach the bow. Never knew current in the ocean could be that strong. Now the bulk of the corridor is composed of 3 wrecks: the Mispa, the PC 1170, and the Amaryllis. And they line up to form an amazing 1700 foot drift dive. Look at that. They seek refuge here in the Ana Cecilia. Pretty big fish. Now these Goliath groupers, The sizes range from 4 to 6 feet, with a max of 8 feet long, some of them, and they weigh more than 100 pounds. Now this wreck that I'm in, the Ana Cecilia, this yellow yak posing for the camera, pretty cool. Like I was saying, the Ana Cecilia was put to rest on July 13 in 2016, and her main deck is in 62 feet of water with the bottom at 85 feet, making it easy to dive a phenomenal wreck dive with some great bottom time, by the way. And like I said, this ship is part of a wreck trek called the Corridor. It's a porkfish. They're pretty neat with that yellow and black stripes. I mean, there's so many fish here, I cannot name every single one of them. And even though it hasn't been sunk that long, there's already plenty of life seeking refuge and calling this wreck home. Now the Ana Cecilia is 170 feet long, and it weighs 629 tons. Some of the divers, they were trying to catch lobster, but I don't see any lobster in this ship. It looks pretty wide. Look at all the room. At least right now, part of the ship is protecting me from the current. See if I can go to the next deck. Something had to be hiding down here. My lights on. Okay, here we go. Now this Ana Cecilia, she was the first to make a direct US to Cuba voyage since the Cuban Missile Crisis in 1962. It's a parrotfish. Look at that baby. Wow. They are so big that they're not really afraid of you. Look at that. That one's almost bigger than me. Now the Goliath grouper, like I was saying, it can reach a max length of 8 feet and weigh over 100 pounds. But these fish, they were heavily overfished in the 80s, and they were brought close to the extinction. That's why in 1990 the government put a total ban on fishing of all Goliath fish, Goliath groupers. Now after 20 years later, after more than 20 years later, they are making a great comeback. There's still some people now that say that the ban should be lifted, but I think the locals can gain more money by keeping them alive and doing ecotourism, bringing scuba divers and watching these fish alive instead of killing them for trophy. There are so many different rooms in here, hiding places for all kind of fish. My camera got some condensation, that's why it looks kind of blurry. So every time I open the waterproof case to put a new battery, it catches condensation. So I apologize for that. So there are yellowtail snappers here. The damsel fishes. Jolthead porgies. You name it, all kind of fish. Look at that baby up there. They swim so gracefully. They're beautiful animals. So the Anna Cecilia made headlines for the second time in September 2015 when she was seized by the US government for smuggling 413 kilograms of cocaine from Haiti. That was reported by the Palm Beach Post. Now, as you can see, the Anna Cecilia is gaining growth of marine life and residential fish populations while contributing to conservation efforts of the surrounding reef. And like you can say, like you can see, during August through October, she houses many Goliath groupers who aggregate in the area during their spawning season. And I was lucky to be here during spawning season. Otherwise, I would have missed them. There I am. Right now, that's the stern of the boat, and I'm heading towards the next wreck, and I think it's the Amaryllis. This one is broken down pretty good. That's Christina. She's about to hook the line. She's the one carrying the flag, but since the current is so strong, she's gonna hook it either to the sand or some part of the ship. That's another big grouper there. I'm trying to get close to get some scale between the grouper and myself, see how big they are, but the current is so strong it doesn't let me reach them. Yeah, they're big. I'm gonna let myself go and see if I can make it to the wreck. See, this is Christina just hanging there on the line of the flag. Now there's a couple more groupers there hanging. Look at that, pretty cool. Beautiful. See this ship is pretty much broken down. There's a couple right there. I think that was the lady's third or fourth dive there. So that's pretty good when you can be divers and be a couple. Look at all the tiny fish. Definitely a great spectacle. I'm gonna go in a little bit here, see if I can get a little bit closer, see if I can spot something. Maybe I should turn my lights on. Okay. Hundreds of tiny fish. There's a black fish over there. Wonder if there's any. Yep, there's a grouper down there seeking refuge. It has been an amazing dive. I'm glad I came at this time of the year. It's amazing how many fish seek refuge in this artificial reef. Look at this. I think that was just black coral. It doesn't really look black, but kind of like brownish. Beautiful. I'm starting to get low on air, and I'm gonna end the dive soon. They want me to be up there with 500 pounds of air in my tank. Alright, I'm gonna start making my way up. Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching this video. I always love to share my moments with you guys. I'm gonna start heading up, and this was my last dive on my trip. So thank you for being part of this, and I will definitely keep posting more videos here on my YouTube channel, Never Too Old SD. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you all for your support. Until then, it has been Never Too Old SD, and I'll let you with the last footage of the wreck.